Hello, welcome to Red Walls Blue. This is Ethan Olimon reading from Rakkety Tam, the next chapter for you. We're in my gun show. It's when you see me wear this shirt, it means I need to do laundry. So hopefully in the next 24 hours that'll get done. So thanks for running and sitting and relaxing. We're on chapter 5. It's got a picture of Rakkety Tam getting ready to pull his sword. But on who? Let's find out, monkey butt. And my kids, I love you. This is the main reason I do it. But everyone's welcome to enjoy the channel. Please like and subscribe. Okay, enough about all that. Let's get into the book. Chapter 5. Rakkety Tam was casting about the area where the attack had taken place. He peered over the cliffs down into the far shoreline. 2 boats lay wrecked on the rocks. A small craft, which pounded waves, had reduced to splinters, and a big 4-masted vessel. This latter ship was holed in the bowline close to its prow, where it had been driven headlong into the treacherous reef. Doogie arrived with Royal Couple and their other squirrels. He indicated the big wrecked 4-master. "Yon's the ship, and vermin. I must have come in, though I'm a-thinking 'twill be no use to any bish now." Tam's eyes hardened. "Aye, and I won't be able to repair it once we've been torches to it, Doogie." He turned to the carnage with Igna and Artem. They're the big, mean squirrels. Were pointed tryingly to ignore by gazing in another direction. "This was a massacre indeed, Doogie. By the tracks, I'd say. They were about 50 vermin who did the slaughter, mostly foxes and stoats, though I see the big pod one, their chieftain, leading away over the cliff tops." Doogie strained his eyes north and east. "Och, they must have been fairly speedy barons. There ain't no sign of 'em any place." Tam faced Altram. "How many were there ye at the start of your ceremony?" The king shrugged early. "How should I know?" The squirrel glared at him in disgust. "Aye, and why should ye care? Now your skin's saved. Pine Tooth, can you recall the numbers were?" The old squirrel did a quick mental estimate. "Counting the singers in the mission, I'd say about 30. Ike the driver snapped at the bark fan shipmentally. "Really, what's the difference does it make? They're all dead now." Tam scratched his brush as he viewed the slain squirrels. "There's not one carcass of phobist among these. They're all our creatures. 30, you say, Pine Tooth? Well, how'd you count the fact there's only 18 lying here? Count yourself and Drigget. That makes 10 missing." The squirrels leaned on his spear. "Are you sure, Tam? Only 18. The count yourself, mate. Doogie, and cast the eyes round about the edge and the trees of the north, will you? Oh, what a beautiful banner it took me and my servants. Oh, what a beautiful banner it took me and my servants almost a full winter season to make it. It's not lost forever, my dear." Altram patted her paw. There, my pet, don't fret. Tam will get it back for us." Gritting his teeth, Tam managed to bite back insulting words that were about to ensue. Just then he heard Doogie hailed him from afar. "Will you come and take a look at this, mate?" Striding off along the fringe, Tam came up his companion some distance away. Doogie was swatting flies from a grisly sight, holding a paw over his mouth, and muttered, "Och, the poor beast, I reckon there's little more than the heads left. Awful thing to see, Tam." His friend paced carefully about, identifying the rings. "Aye, there's a clamor on over there, Burr and Ruffalo. This rest look like the singers and the flute players. Feasty too, Doogie. They could have been more than 14 summers between them. We're dealing with the lowest kind of barbarians and brutes here. These squirrels have been eaten. See the bones and fur scattered everywhere." Grim-faced and shaken, the 2 warriors returned to the main gallery. Altrium asked peevishly, "Did you find the royal standard? Was it damaged or torn? Did Your dry queen spent a lot of hard work making that bow. The king slammed hard against the tree under Tam's furious charge. Arthur's eyes popped willfully, and the wide warrior squirrel by the throat. His dirk blade almost in his mouth. Tam's voice was ice cold. You vile little worm, a scorn and a half of your creatures a lie and murdered, and all you can do is whine about that stupid flag. I should slay you, and you have not the rot to these poor creatures. The statement seemed to chill Doogie Plume on to no end. Gonna do it, Tam. Carve the wee loudbugger's head off. The warrior flung Artrim down on his flat tail, cast him in the hate-letting glaze. I'm so tempted, Googie, and they'll only make us as bad as the vermin who killed our comrades. The only thing stopping me is I pledged my sword and my oath to alter him. I and ate this bread in good faith. Managing his throat, the king rose, sneering. That's right, Rakkety Tam, MacBrown. I'm still your king, and you're still bound to obey me. Doogie drew his claymore, grinning like the disobedient young one. Ach, 'twas a silly thing we did, and I've a mind to alter the rules. Let me slay him for you, Tam. The warrior placed his dirk across his friend, blaying, shink. Put up your sword, Doogie. Bloom, without our sword we're nothing. I threw him with, what would it take to release us from our bond to you? The king smirked. Why should I release my two best warriors? What price could you two offer? Ha! You're nothing but a pair of raggedy-backed stormbeasts. No, you shall serve me unto death, as your oath decreed. Indigo Dry Queen interrupted, squeaking imperiously. We'll free